You know that feeling you get when you buy something new, maybe a new shoe, a new wristwatch, you rent a new apartment, or you got promoted in your place of work. You know that feeling, right? It's called the dopamine effect. So the brain is high on something new. And what this simply does is that it keeps you in a state of freestyle. I mean, your heart's like you're feeling butterflies, that feeling of butterflies. The same thing happens in marriage. When a couple gets married newly, within the first 1 year, 2 years, there's this honeymoon effect. I mean, the partner is still new. Everything is fresh. The phone is vibelish. Everything is just going well. But after some time, you notice like a drop in communication. You notice a drop in the fire. You notice a drop in the zeal. The openness and everything is just gradually fading away. Why does this happen? So this happens because of 5 major reasons. Number 1, the brain changes after the honeymoon stage. The brain changes. Those little things that were inspiring the brain to think about this new person with that fire, with that approach, they're no longer there. So gradually that effect, that chemical that is stimulated in the brain about that new partner gradually drops, and then excitement fades away. The second one is routine takes over spontaneity. Everything is now planned. You already know what to expect. You already know what to say. You already know what to see. That's when routine takes over. There's nothing like playfully done. There's nothing new again. Everything is now routine. And thirdly, lack of personal growth. In that particular marriage, the couples just become so used to each other and nobody is even aspiring to do anything new again. Is this something you wanted to do? You've always wanted to do with your partner. And unfortunately, you found out that the man or the woman you got married to does not have interest in those things. It just also, adds up to one of those problems. Unrealistic expectations. A lot of expectations. People go into marriages for different reasons. I mean, coming from your cultural perspective or your religious background, I don't know exactly where you come from, but you have something you already have in mind before you go into marriage. Perhaps the way you saw your father and your mother relate to each other, you're expecting something better than what they had. You're expecting your partner to be more communicative, more open, more playful, perhaps more strict with the kids or something, and you didn't find that as the marriage progressed. Then this is part of the reasons why excitement also loses. And then finally, there's this issue of accumulated anger. One little wrong there, one little offense there, one unspoken, one unforgiven sin. And then these things just gradually build up. I once heard about this woman who has a diary. She had this diary where she wrote down every bad thing her husband did to her, starting from the very first day of marriage. She kept records. She kept records day in, day out, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. She had everything on records. These 5 things should be looked into if you really want to see your marriage move to the next level. And if you want to overcome this issue of boredom in marriage. So 2 years in and already bored.